Do you ever walk past the bakery in your local grocery store and wonder, how do they do it? Baking is a skill. It takes time, patience, and effort. If you're looking for a way to impress guests or gain confidence in the kitchen, then you have come to the right place. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a homemade apple crumble. We're going to go about this in 3 steps. First, I'm going to answer, what is an apple crumble? Second, I'm going to prepare the dish. And third, I'm going to bake. So let's get started. Now I know what you're probably wondering. What is an apple crumble? An apple crumble is a baked dessert filled with fresh fruit with a streusel-like topping. There's a difference between an apple crumble, an apple crisp, and an apple cobbler. Let's look at those differences.
An apple cobbler has a biscuit or cake topping. The biscuits are usually dropped onto the fruit in small rounds, giving it the appearance of a cobbled road. Crumbles and crisps are similar. The main difference is crisps contain oats and nuts, and crumbles do not.
The apple crumble originated in Britain during World War II.
This was during food rationing. Due to the food shortage, rationing ensured everyone got an equal amount of food.
Since we are going to be baking and touching things that we are going to eat, it is important to wash your hands. First, we are going to preheat the oven to 375.
Mix all of the ingredients in a medium-sized bowl.
You're going to want to use cold butter, and you're just pretty much going to be mixing it all until it starts to stick together and form larger pieces. Recommend using a pastry cutter, but if you don't have one, a fork is a great substitute. We're going to refrigerate the topping while prepping the apples. This helps keep it from melting and keeps it crumbly.
We are going to prepare the apples. I recommend using Granny Smith or Honey Crisp. I'm using both. First, peel the apples. Then cut the apples into 1-inch pieces.
Now that our apples are peeled and chopped, we are going to mix it with sugar, flour, and cinnamon. Now that our apples are mixed with the sugar, cinnamon, and flour, we are going to sprinkle the topping that we had put in the fridge earlier all over it. It's time to put it in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna let that bake in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes and I'll get right back to you. While it is baking, you can clean up your station because if you're like me, you will make a huge mess and things might end up on the floor.
35 minutes later.
Now that it's ready, we're making sure that the crumble is golden and the apples are soft.
You can serve with vanilla ice cream, or you can add nuts or granola to make it crunchier. This is the final product. It is the perfect recipe for potlucks, parties, barbecues, and so much more.
Today I taught you how to make a homemade apple crumble. I answered for you, what is an apple crumble? We prepared the dish, and then we baked it. Baking can get tricky, and things can go wrong very quickly. I always recommend staying confident, and most importantly, have fun. So the next time that you're at the local grocery store, just remember, you do not need to buy that overpriced and somewhat stale pastry. You can do it yourself.